What up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another figure review. It is Superman Man of Steel 1/6 scale by Hot Toys, model number MMS200. That'll be the 1/6 scale figure today that we'll be reviewing. Now, I absolutely loved the Man of Steel movie and I loved Henry Cavill as Superman, and I truly hope DC bring him back to play Superman, as I feel he still has plenty to offer to playing the role of Man of Steel. So I really do hope DC bring him back. Now, I picked up this figure fairly cheap, and I believe the reasoning for that is because Hot Toys have another two versions of Henry Cavill's Superman, that being Batman vs Superman and Dawn of Justice League Superman version. Now, as you can see in front of us is the packaging that this Man of Steel comes in, and as you can see there, it's got the Superman logo on the front, which is finished in a nice texture. It's got a bit about the product on the back. As you can see there, it has like a little hologram on the sides of the Superman logo. You can just see it. And of course, there's Superman on the front and the model number MMS200. Now, what we're going to do now is go ahead and take out all the accessories that this figure comes with. So, as you can see, here are all the accessories that Superman comes with. You don't get a lot. You get this massive stand with the Superman logo on the front. It's got nice texture to it. You also get the dynamic cradle, so you can pose Superman in all those Superman poses. Now, for me, I know why the stand is so big, but I just wish they'd made it a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller, because it just takes up a lot of room. But anyway, that's just me nitpicking. You get a bunch of hands, as you can see. You also get this 1:1 scale Krypton command key. It's got pretty good detail to it. It's got the Superman logo on there. It's pretty cool. Weighs a bit too. And you also get the 1/6 scale version for Superman. And it's also got the logo on the front there, as you can see. Small piece, so you've got to be careful. And you get the you get a spare set of pegs. And that's basically it. So let's go ahead and put Superman on the stand and take a look at him. Now, even though this 1/6 scale Superman is incredibly good, there are some issues. One being, I feel it's not really movie accurate. And what I mean by that is, for one, the collar area I feel is a little too high, and the cape, I don't like the way it sits. I think it's a little bit sits too high on his shoulders, and I think the color is a little off from what it is in the movie. That could just be me, but that's my opinion. And I also think the figure itself is a little too tall for 1/6 scale. And like I said earlier, this stand, for my liking, is just too big. It just takes up too much real estate in your display cabinet. I understand why they made it so big, to balance him when you've got him in those flying poses, but I just feel that it's just too big. Also, you've got to be careful with the suit, that it doesn't scrunch up. You'll get a good look at that a little bit later when I'm showing you the movement with this guy, but you do have to be careful that you don't pinch the suit in certain areas. But if you can look past all those things, it is still an incredible 1/6 scale to have in your collection. It has great presence, and I do love the head sculpt. You can definitely tell it's Henry Cavill. I do like the actual size of the muscles on his body and the texture of the suit. I think it's pretty spot on. The suit is very flexible also, so it doesn't really limit you too much in putting Superman in all those movements. You've just got to make sure when you're moving him around and putting him in those poses that you're working the suit as well, just to be careful you don't tear it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a closer look at this 1/6 scale and get into the movement you get with him. So there he is there. We'll bring him in a little bit closer just so you can have a look at that head sculpt. I mean, you can really tell that's Henry Cavill. Hot Toys have really done an incredible job at capturing him in this head sculpt. That, as you can see, great detail. Really well done. The suit, the texture in the suit, really love it. Feels really awesome. The Superman logo there. This belt area. And there's the black that I was telling you. I think it should be dark blue. There's those lines that I was telling you about. I think that's all meant to be blue in the movie. Don't know why they did it black, but anyway. There's those pinch areas I was telling you about. You just got to be careful in these areas. Unfortunately, mine has that issue, but yeah. The cape, I like the way it feels. I just feel it sits a little bit too high on his shoulders. Well, what we'll do now is we'll start off with the feet area, just so you can have a look. Don't get too much movement on the feet. His knees do bend quite a lot, so you get a lot of movement there. They go side to side. You also get quite a bit going forward, and going back you don't get a lot. You get upper rotation on the legs there, on the thighs. You get movement going side to side and forward. Not a lot. No, you get a little bit going back. The arms do go quite a bit out and quite a bit forward. Again, just got to be careful you don't tear the suit in those areas. Back you get a bit, and again, just got to be careful there. Elbow moves quite well. You can go side to side, and the hands have got quite a bit of movement as well. The head goes a little bit forward, not too much back, and you do get basically 360 rotation in the head. So would I recommend you getting this 1/6 scale in your collection? Absolutely. I reckon Hot Toys did a pretty good job with capturing Henry Cavill and the Man of Steel in this figure. Even though the Batman vs Superman and the Dawn of Justice League Superman versions have come out, this Man of Steel version still holds its own, and apart from those few little things that I've nitpicked on, it has great presence. The head sculpt is pretty spot on. I do like the body. It's not too bulky. I think it's just right. And right now, you can pick this guy up online for a reasonable price. So if you're a fan of Henry Cavill and want a Superman for your collection and don't want to break the bank account, then this Superman 1/6 scale is a must for you. If you have any questions regarding this 1/6 scale, hit me up in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And check out my Facebook page, Rob's Reviews. Well, that wraps up this review. I will see you guys next time on the channel. Catch you later and take care.